Hello, my name is Revandi Ceka Octaviano, and today I will present you a classroom management project 2. And first of all is part 1, and I will explain all the topics. And the first is teaching tolerance, and the second is helping students handle anger, frustration, and aggression, and the third is handling with destructive behavior. And first is teaching tolerance. The definition is teaching tolerance refers to the educational approach that promotes understanding, acceptance, and appreciation of difference among students, whether related to culture, religion, race, gender, abilities, language, or values. It helps students develop empathy, critical thinking, and respectful attitudes toward others. And next is importance in the classroom is create a safe and inclusive learning environment, reduce bullying, stop stereotype and discrimination, encourage respectful interaction and cooperative learning, and prepare students for multicultural societies and global citizenship. And next is possible cause of intolerance in students is like lack of exposure to different culture of or viewpoints, influence of negative attitudes at home or in media, peer pressure or need for social acceptance, and misunderstanding or fear of difference. Strategies to teach tolerance is first is multicultural curriculum. It includes stories, history, tradition, and role models from various culture and background. Example like reading a folk tale from Africa and discussing how different cultures solve problems. Second is cultural awareness activities. Hold culture days where students present food, clothing, or tradition for their heritage. Create poster or projects about world religions, language, or custom. Third is character education. Focus on core values like empathy, kindness, fairness, and mindedness. Use real life scenarios to teach how to treat other with respect. Four is open discussion and safe space. Allow students to share their experiences or ask questions about sensitive topics without judgment. Establish a ground rules for respectful conversation. And five is role playing and perspective taking. Let students act out different roles to understand how others feels. Example like role playing a situation where one student is excluded and discussing the impact. And six is teacher as a role model. Teachers must consistently demonstrate inclusive behavior, speak respectfully about all groups, and intervene against biased comment. And the second topic is helping student handle anger, frustration, and aggressions. The definition is this involve guiding students to recognize, express, and manage negative emotions in constructive ways. Children often lack the skill to handle anger or frustration, leading to aggressive behavior like yelling, throwing objects, or withdrawing from others. So why this is crucial in school? The first is prevent emotional outbursts that disturb learning, help build emotional intelligence and coping skill, support mental health and self-awareness, and reduce violence, fight, and classroom stress. Common triggers of studied anger of or frustration, like academic pressures or fear of failure, problems at home or with peers, feeling misunderstood or ignored, difficulty in expressing feeling with words, and struggle with impulse control, especially in younger students. Strategies to this problem is teach emotion vocabulary, have students identify emotion beyond mad or sad, use terms like frustrated, overwhelmed, embarrassed, or disappointed. Use mood chart or feeling wheels to help students check in with their emotions. And second is use calming technique. Deep breathing, muscular relaxation, counting slowly, or mindfulness exercise. Example like teaching students balloon breathing, inhale like blowing up a balloon, then exhale slowly. The third is designate a calm corner or space. Create a quiet area with soft cushions, calming visuals, or fidget tools where students can go when overwhelmed. Four is social emotional learning programs. Incorporate programs like Second Step or the Zone of Regulation to help students manage emotions and improve social skills. And next is five, problem solving skills. This step-by-step problem solving like identify the problems, think of possible solutions, evaluate the consequences, and choose the best action. Six is model appropriate reaction. Teachers should demonstrate how to handle anger calmly, showing students it's okay to feel strong emotions, but not okay to hurt others. And the last is one-on-one support for counseling. Refers students with recurring aggressive behaviors to a school counselor or behavior specialist for deeper intervention. And the third topic is dealing with disruptive behavior. Disruptive behavior includes any action that interfere with teaching, learning, or the safety and comfort of others. This can be minor, talking out of turn, not following direction, or severe defiance, threat, and physical aggressions. Type of disruptive behavior. Uh, and the first is constant talking or calling out, refusing to follow instruction, interrupting lesson, physical aggression, hitting or passing, inappropriate language or gesture, making noise, throwing object, and wandering the rooms. So it's why it's important to address because it prefers a focused and respectful environment, protects the learning rights of other students, prevents escalation into more serious issues, promotes accountability and responsibility. Possible cause is like lack of structure or clear expectation, attention-seeking behavior, learning difficulty, or diagnosed conditions like ADHD. Personal issue, example like family conflict and trauma. And last is lack of engagement or borderline. Effective management strategies. The first is set clear rules and routines, co-create classroom rules with students to promote ownership, enforce rules consistently, and display them in the room. Two is positive reinforcement. Reward good behavior with prize points, certificates, or privileges. Focus more on what students are doing right than wrong. Three is proximity and non-verbal clues. Standing near a disruptive students often reduce misbehavior. Use hand signal or eye contact instead of calling them out. 4 is give clear instruction. Use simple, concise directions and break text into steps. Confirm understanding by asking students to repeat instruction. And next is apply logical and file consequence. Ensure consequences relate to the behavior. Example like clean up the mess they made. Be consistent and avoid harsh punishment that shame or humiliate. Next is restorative practice. Instead of punishment, have students reflect and make amends. Example, a student who disturbed class with writes a note of apology and creates a plan to improve behavior. Individual behavior plans for students with repeated disruption, create tailored intervention plans involving parents, counselor, and support staff. And that's it, the part one. And next, we discuss the part two, solving the problem. And I can give the solution of these all the problems. And the first problems is what a classroom management technique can Mistress Johnson implement to address Alex's aggressive behaviors. So the first of strategies or techniques is create a daily behavior chart, check in and check out. So at the start and end of each school days, Alex checks in with the teacher or school counselor. He reviews his behavior using a simple chart with happy or sad face or color. Example like green is a good day and red is a need improvement. With this help, Alex stay focused on his goals and give him a routine and responsibility and show a small improvement over time. And the second is teach how to manage emotions, feeling lessons. So spend short time, uh, 5 or 10 minutes each week, teaching Alex how to recognize when he feels angry or frustrated and what to do, like deep breathing, counting to 7, or using a calm space. And this help teach Alex that it's okay to feel angry, but not to hurt others. Build skill to calm himself and reduce future aggressive outbursts. And the third is involve parents and school counselor. Have a regular meeting with Alex, parents, and the school's counselor. Share progress and create a plan together, home and school, to support Alex. And these strategies help Alex feels supported by both home and school, solve deeper problems that may not show in class, and everyone work together as a team. And next is problem two. Question is, what strategies can Mr. Smith use to increase on-text behavior and decrease off-text behavior? The first strategies is walk around and stay close or proximity control. So what Mr. Smith to do? First is during lesson, Mr. Smith should walk around the room and stand near students who are out of task. A quiet glance or hand on the desk often help students refocus. This helps students pay attention when they feel the teacher nearby, prevents misbehavior before it starts, and quiet and respectful direction. The second is break lesson into small steps. Instead of long lecture, Mr. Smith can divide the lesson into short parts. For example, like 5 minute explanation. Uh, Next is time in 10 minutes group work and 5 minute game or quiz. So why this is help? Because keeps students active and focused, makes lessons feel faster and more fun, and helps students with short attention span. The third is set clear rules about phones and focus. Mr. Smith can make a simple class rule. Uh, it's like phones must stay in a box or bag during lesson. Listen, use a reminder system. The first is warning, and then phone taken for the day. So this help reduce in their distraction, teach responsibility and respect, and creates a better learning environment. And next is problem number 3. The question is, what specific strategies can Miss Brown implement to manage Jake's disruptive behavior? So the first strategy is have a private talk about his impact. After class, Miss Brown can talk to Jake in a calm way, ask how he feels in a class, and explain how his behavior affect his friends' learnings. Use a short reflection like example, how did I help or hurt the class today? Like that. So this help Jake think about others, build a connection with the teacher, and encourage more respectful choice. And number 2, make a behavior contract with Jake. Create a short written agreement with Jake, like what behavior is expected, what reward he gets for meeting goals. Example like extra break or class helper. And what happens if he doesn't meet goals? And this help gives Jake clear expectation, encourage responsibility, and make him part of the solutions. The third is give Jake a leadership role in class. Instead of punishing Jake, give him a class job like discussion leader or with game host when he behave well. So why this help? It can Jake and can Jake can get attention in positive way or positive way. Yep. And build confidence and reduce need to act out for attention. So that's all to that's all I have to explain, and thank you.